disappointment, but before marriage had always talked of sons to inherit and continue the family transport business. Although Amy believed her sister-in-law came with baggage, she hadn't come with a fortune. She had married money instead. Compliments of their Randall ancestors, early carters to the goldfields, the transport company now transformed into a trucking empire, capably co-managed by their lawyer brother, Stephen, but fiercely controlled by their dominant father, David. Amy drew in a deep breath for strength as she stepped from her car, dragged her shoulder bag and laptop case off the rear seat, and strode for the house. She climbed the back steps, and with a forced smile walked inside to bear up against this surprise, unwelcome visit. It occurred to her that she should really start locking up the cabin. Maybe she would do that from now on. "Hi," she greeted her sister-in-law as she dumped her belongings on the kitchen bench. Kelly's bleached blonde hair, makeup, jewelry, and matching clothes were all in place, as usual. But she didn't normally wear gloves. Weird. Although the weather had already turned unseasonably colder, and would no doubt grow worse after the icy blast from a forecast weekend front swept across the state in this notoriously chilly inland region. Which only meant the milder seasons were all the more warmly greeted when they arrived. "You're early?" Amy tried to sound pleased. "Yes, thought I would surprise you." Amy frowned. "Not really. I was expecting you." Something was even more off than usual in her attitude. "Okay," Amy said slowly. "Give me a moment. I need to close some windows." The ground floor was protected by its fully surrounding veranda, so Amy only needed to dash upstairs, close the sashes, and return below. Because her mind was distracted and churning over the possible reason for the impending conversation, Amy halted in shock as she descended and reached the bottom step a few minutes later, to face her visitor, pointing the barrel of a handgun directly at her. Amy recognized the gun. It belonged to her brother, a sporting shooter who took part in monthly competitive target shooting, the only way a private person could legally own such a firearm. Her heart skipped a beat in dread and sank with fear at the same time. "What the hell is this?" "Revenge." Kelly's ice-blue eyes glared with excitement, both gloved hands on the gun alarmingly steady. Amy considered the situation beyond scary. It was lethal. And yet she had always forced herself to be abnormally polite to the woman, if only because she was her adored brother's wife. "Why? What have I ever done to you?" "You are so ignorant," she scoffed, shaking her head. "Your stupid family has been so blind and trusting." So this was about the Randalls, then. Clearly serious stuff and well planned. "To what?" Amy swallowed down her dry throat, not daring to move, clenching her fists at her sides. "You'll never know because you're first." She waved the point of the gun towards the door. "Get your keys and get out to the car." Did she intend shooting her out in the bush? And then would she go after someone else in the family? Who? Stephen? Her parents? "Move, before it rains." Amy's mind buzzed. Right. To hide tracks. This woman was driven and smart, all nicely hidden beneath that helpless female exterior that had fooled the whole Randall family for years. Ignorant of the reason behind this sinister intent, no way would she be an easy target. She was fit and would pick her moment. Annoyed at Amy's hesitation, Kelly snapped, "Now!" Amy walked to the kitchen bench, the hairs all over her body standing on end, aware a gun was pointed at her back. She fished out the car keys from her shoulder bag and headed for the door. "Slowly." Treading carefully as instructed, Amy moved outside toward her vehicle and slid behind the wheel while Kelly sat in the back seat. "Drive to the tunnel." Shit. Was she going to be murdered in the old mine drive?